Let's go!
Yep. Alrighty.
Jaguar Nation, I hate to tell you I told you so, but Duval's got straight dookie at quarterback. I just don't know what else I have to say. Now, I do want to first start off. What the hell is this from Evan Engram? I mean, what the hell is this? This is honestly really good quarterback play from Trevor Lawrence. He had some really good moments in this game, all hyperbole aside. But, man, what are you doing? Why are you diving towards the ball unless he was pushed here? Just stand and catch the ball. There's no need to leave your feet here. What is happening? What are you doing? Unfortunately, this is the highlight of the Jaguar season. Something that happened against you. And Lloyd gets spun out of. Once again, Saquon is a beast. But, y'all, I mean, we've got to talk about this. What the hell is this? I mean, what kind of Matrix BS?
Holy cow. This will be on SportsCenter.
All right, 3rd and 5. We move ahead. 3:27 left to go in the second quarter. No points. The Doug Pedersen special, showing some love to the team that helped him win a Super Bowl. Now, let's start with this. Jaguars cannot block a twist stunt to save their life, all right? So the way this is supposed to work is 0 is supposed to get picked up by the guard, and the tackle is supposed to pick up the 3, okay, the DT. And, well, he can't do it, and they're also not blocking this well all too well. But, look, you're in a good spot here. Get this football to Brian Thomas Jr. on the shallow drag. I mean, this is there for a first, but Trevor doesn't see it because of the pressure. And honestly, this is actually a ridiculous piece of quarterbacking. Throw a tight spiral, that's catchable, okay? DB makes a really good play on it, and that's actually pretty ridiculous quarterback play, for being honest. So once again, defense is playing well, right? It was a muff punt on a short field that gave the Philadelphia Eagles their first touchdown. Okay, so now Trevor on 1st and 10, you're getting the football to your playmakers, Etienne in space, and, well, that's what he does for you, okay? And you give up an interception. I mean, I just don't understand. How much worse can the Etienne train get? I mean, his brother's hurt for Georgia right now. I hate that for him. He's had a pretty good season. But what is Trevor supposed to do about that? All right, there's a famous song by the name of Gravity, sang by the great John Mayer. Now, this is what A.J. Brown does for your team. Monteric Brown is in man coverage with A.J. Brown, and he's also the far contained guy over here. So they run a play on 3rd and 17, and you need Brown to be over here to make this play versus Saquon Barkley, but he's not quick enough to process that this is a run. And in this spot, when you get to here, all right, and it's clear A.J. Brown's not really running a route, you need to get your eyes off of this over here quicker, all right? This is never a good thing when all your defenders are bunched in together like that, and you give up one of the worst touchdowns of the season, and there you go. All right, so we get to this 3rd and 5. Now, once again, the Jaguars are down 16-0. They're able to stop a Philly special 2-point conversion after that long touchdown run from Barkley. Now, this honestly is just bad protection, but also bad quarterback play. Honestly, the protection's not that bad. This is simple, all right? This is a smash concept. And your job on smash is to read the corner, all right? This is a really good play design. We also want to actually throw the football to this side of the field because 86 already fumbled earlier in the game, and he's not really anything. And Parker Washington's over here. So we prefer to decide the game with our best players. Now, your job is to read this corner. If this corner is sitting, you throw this ball to Evan Engram. It's just that simple. If the corner goes out here, you throw the football to BTJ. Now, what happens? Well, Trevor, for some reason, gets off of it. You get what you want. You get the press corner. Bang. All right, this is not hard. This is not hard. But he gets antsy in the pocket. He's just not comfortable. And he then does this stupid spin out thing. I have no idea why he is spinning back this way. I guess that's where his receivers are. And right here, if you're Brian Thomas Jr., he's trying to figure out what to do. I'm a little shocked that BTJ didn't work this way. I think Trevor was also kind of shocked by that. But still, it's just bad quarterbacking from the get-go. All right, I've said plenty of times when you factor in draft capital, the worst receiver in the NFL is Jahan Dotson. Okay? They didn't even give him a single digit. He's wearing a jersey number in the 80s. And now he's mossing your guys. I mean, this is a sad, sad, sad state. It's one thing for Saquon to do that behind the head, whatever, dipsy doodle. But they're having career highlights. All right, I tried to look up number 86 on the official Jaguars website, and he doesn't even have a profile. So I had to dig deep. It is Austin Trammell of Rice, right? He had the big muff punt, also dropped a difficult Trevor catch. But I want to see and show you guys, this is actually a really good offensive design. So earlier in the half, on plays where the Jaguars run the football, the safety here flies into the box and makes a play, right? He was able to make a really nice play on Tank Bigsby. Now, you get the play action fake, and the safety commits to the box for the run. Now, you roll out here, and another thing to make you think it's a run is that you see a puller, right? That gets this linebacker, fitting into this run pretty hard. Now, what do? You play action fake, and you run a deep over into the space where the safety deoccupied. All right? Really good design. One final thing before I show you the throw. The timing of everything with this Jaguars offense always seems to be a little bit off. You'll see that Trammell didn't even look at the snap, right? So he got a late jump on it, but it doesn't matter. The play design is that freaking good, okay? So Trevor's able to step back. You get the play action fake. You see that safety was biting into the box when you ran the football, and you throw behind that safety, okay? Now, think if he was actually looking at the snap, he would be more over here and probably would have a better shot of making Cooper DeJean miss. Okay, so remember earlier when the Jaguars missed the high-low? Guess what? They do it again. This time they do it with Parker Washington. Obviously, this pocket isn't the absolute best, but Trevor throws it to where Parker Washington could make a play, and he's able. And in this spot, why are you catching this and not rolling forward? It's simple football IQ. Roll forward. Evan Engram was probably my most common rostered fantasy player. Evan, you've got to score here, man. Do it for my team. Lots of pressure up the middle. Trevor throws a really good ball, and obviously Evan wasn't going to score on this. Really good throw, really good catch, and the Jaguars punch it in. Now, ironically, Jacksonville, maybe I'm just wrong on this. It seems like they've been pretty efficient on two-point plays, and they've also been pretty efficient working BTJ in the back of the end zone. There's very few college receivers I've ever seen, in particular at LSU, that works the back of the end zone better. This is really good design as well. Little screen and roll action here, and you're working BTJ behind it. This throw is actually not the easiest, and once again, there's a lot of pressure up the middle, and look at that ball from Trevor. I mean, that is ridiculous stuff. All right, so I love looking at awesome plays, and Saquon Barkley has had a bad case of the butterfingers, and look at Travon Walker. Look at him be an athlete right here. This is one of the more ridiculous, scoop and scores you'll ever see. And obviously, offensive players can't tackle. Bring him down. Bring him down. But you can't. I really love seeing Walker step up and play a lot better as a former number 1 overall pick. And he's able to scoop and score. I mean, this was a huge momentum changer that allowed Jacksonville to get back into this game. And maybe Travon Walker should play some tight end. All right, 2-point play. Once again, Jacksonville, I'm telling you, the 2-point plays have been really good. And this was actually a play we saw Jacksonville run in the preseason. All right, and if you want to see our preseason breakdowns, we did one of every Trevor game. And what is it? It's smash again, right? They just could not guard it. flat here, corner here. All right, you read this corner, and the corner stays with BTJ, and you throw this football right here. Okay, that's just really good design. All right, let's move ahead to this 3rd and 1. And look, you're right back into the game. All right, some magic, but you know the Jags are going to jag eventually. This is some really good quarterbacking again from Trevor Lawrence. He is completing a football to somebody named Tim Jones. Like, I love the NFL. I feel like I have a decent amount of NFL knowledge. Who the hell is Tim Jones? All right, so Trevor giveth and Trevor taketh away. A tight end screen was blown up, but there was a good play. I think it was by Strange after the catch. Might have been someone else, Farrell. But you get to hear, this throw has just got to be made. Parker Washington, this is filthy stuff from him. And look, I understand you're an empty, and the pressure has been immense. You've got a really good pocket, all right? There is no need to fade away. Now, some quarterbacks would say, hey, I'm fading away to just give this receiver enough time to get over here. But there really is no need to fade away. You can see the footwork. I think this foot is probably a little too wide right here instead of more in the direction of this target. But either way, he's fading away on this throw, and it's open, right? This should be a massive, massive gainer, all right? Once again, it's a smash-ish kind of concept, all right? A little high-low, run a stop here. This is really filthy stuff. He's going up against a DB, a good one in Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who has outside leverage on him. So Chauncey is trying his best to not let Parker Washington get outside. But look at this move right here from him. Little shake and bake, and he's got his ankle's broken. So this is an easy throw. Trevor sees it the entire way, and it's just got to be thrown with some velocity or whatever. It just can't be faded this far up the field. It's just a bad miss. So I'm not going to show you the Devonta Smith catch on 3rd and 22 because you guys have gone through enough pain already. But, you know, I understand defensively you want to just trash them. They made some ridiculous plays in this game, the Eagles offense. They really did. Now, there was a pass rush lane integrity play where Jalen Hurts was able to scramble. That was really bad football IQ. But we're focusing mostly on the offense. Good job by Trevor hitting Parker Washington on this in-breaker, and it is a really nice gain. All right, it's 4th and Oakleaf, and you got to step up and make a play. And who do you go to? Well, the best player on your team right now, which is Brian Thomas Jr. He runs the deep comeback cross field, and man, some pressure is right there. Now, it is a longer developing play, but look at Trevor. This is a benefit of being a huge quarterback. You're able to get that football over that huge DT, and he gets this ball to BTJ, who generated a lot of separation right at the sticks. That's really impressive, and it's a first down. And then look at this ball right here from Trevor. All right, you're running out and up with the tight end. Okay, so Evan Engram is selling that he's running it out, and then he's going vertical. Okay, and this ball has to be delivered with a lot of touch. You get a good pocket, and look at Trevor stepping up into this pocket, good base, all those cleats just planted in the ground. Man, look at that ball. Bang. Woo. Woo. That's a thing of beauty from T-Law. Really, really, really good stuff to see. And obviously, Trevor's legs have been useful. You know, he's had a few rushing TDs this year, okay? And look, this is just really good quarterbacking. He sees that the seas have parted, and you just run this thing on in. All right, it's just that simple. No need for an extensive breakdown on this. And Trevor is able to pound it in. You want to do that all day, every day. All right, so we get to the 2nd and 10, and you get a man coverage indicator right here with Cooper DeJean coming across here with Trammell. All right, so kind of tough to see what the Eagles are going to do pre-snap. It looks like they're very static, but you know they can get exotic pretty quickly. And at this point, it looks as if they're going to play some variation of cover 1. Okay, safety keeps creeping into the box, and that is exactly what it is. Okay, it's cover 1 with a lot of pressure. Now, the problem is everything is honestly picked up fine by the Jaguars' pass protection. Now, what I would say from watching this play, and this is 2nd and 10, by the way, is that there's no reason to bail this pocket this way. All right? You have a good pocket right here to work with. Now, because you're bailing and your feet aren't set, you're not able to get this football to Parker Washington, who you already know in this quarter was able to defeat leverage versus a DB. So Parker's actually a pretty good route runner, and he turns his DB around, and this is there. If your feet are set in a good pocket, now, once again, I showed the first down play where the pressure was broken down. I can understand Trevor being antsy, but you got to step up, sit in here, and deliver this football right here. Now, the next thing I don't like is to the backside of this play, you got routes kind of just stacked up on each other. The spacing just isn't that great here. But Trevor does eventually find Evan Engram, takes an unnecessary hit because of his pocket antsiness, and you would like to see Evan Engram still able to make that play, but he's not able to. All right, now it's 3rd and Fruit Cove, and you're in a bad spot. Okay, you're not feeling great about your protection, and they're showing a blitz again. And what happens here is they once again play cover 1 blitz with the robber. Okay, so Trevor wants to work this out and up to Evan Engram again. Remember, you ran the out and up. But what he should have done here is actually work to BTJ, right? That's the easier throw on the dig, all right? And you'll see that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is actually working over the top of Evan Engram on the out and up, all right? If you hit this football here to BTJ in stride and he breaks a tackle, it's the game. It's the game. Nobody is catching him. He's faster than this DB. And what do? You throw an interceptable ball, okay? And you see BTJ, it's like, what the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing? All right, so we get to the 2nd and 10. There was a pass interference penalty that bailed the Jaguars out. Still, it was bad process. Now, this ends up being some good quarterbacking from Trevor again. There actually is a collapsing pocket here. And a guy who had a overall good game after the fumble was Trammell. All right? Yeah, you got the shallow drag right here, but why throw a shallow drag when you have all these yards by Trammell? This is really, really, really good stuff to create this much separation. And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson got cooked quite a bit in this 4th quarter. That's a good job right there by Trammell to make a big play, and you pick up the first. All right, Jaguar fans, I went a little extra long for you today because I know you're reeling after a game that you're in position to win. If it's in your heart's desire, please drop a donation. I've never asked you guys for this, by the way. Venmo, Cash App, or hit the Super Thanks button down below. Now, there has been much debate about this Trevor Lawrence interception, and as bad as this INT was, I thought the throws that we broke down, the sequence of downs, was way worse than this. Okay? Now, man, I don't like this call, obviously, after the Trammell first down play. This is the next play, by the way. I'm just never throwing this football. I understand what he's looking at. This is Nakobe Dean, a linebacker in man-to-man versus a running back, all right? And you're liking this matchup more often than not. I just don't know about this throw, right? I don't want to put this in a jump ball situation for my running back, right? That's just not what he's there for. If anything, make this a back shoulder throw. Is this the worst INT I have ever seen? No, it's not, right? It's also, once again, the Eagles made so many spectacular plays in this game, all right? That is the best play in Nakobe Dean's career. What I don't like, though, is just everything else. It's just swallowed whole, right? There's nothing else open. Live to fight another down. And also, I understand you don't have timeouts left, and you're trying to, just get this bad boy into the end zone. But do you really want to go out with D'Ernest Johnson getting that target? I don't know. It is what it is at this point. So, what do you make of this, Jaguar Nation? Man, Trevor did a lot of good things in this game, and there was a lot of pressure that he had to deal with in this game. But man, I just don't see it. I really, 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 really do not see it at all. So comment below your thoughts. Should Doug Pedersen get the can? There it is. Power Hour NFL. Boom. And tonight we are doing taco soup. Let's go.